against you falsely because of me. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward will be great in heaven. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Please be seated. Good morning again, everyone. My name is Father Joseph Gatto. I am the pastor of St. Gregory the Great Parish here in Williamsville. And on behalf of our entire faith community, I would like to extend to all of you our prayers, our love, and most importantly, our hope that you know that St. Gregory's will always be here for any of you, not just today, but in the many days ahead. On behalf of David and Kim, Brian, Sean, Beth, Jordan, and Carson, I extend to you our love and appreciation. I'm going to ask for forgiveness before I even begin, because I don't know whether or not what I'm about to say is going to flow smoothly, as if somehow I tried to rehearse it. I'm not exactly sure that my images will come across the way they're supposed to. But I am certain of one thing, and one of my good friends said to me last night on the phone, "Joe, you don't have to worry about anything. You couldn't get in God's way today, even if you tried." Because that's what this is about. And so, the other day, when we were up at the airport, the fog cleared about 5 minutes before we arrived, because it seems like the Air Force or whoever drove that plane had a little fear of fog. They didn't realize Blake and the power that he had. But it cleared. We were standing there on the tarmac, and all of a sudden, I don't know who it was, someone said, "Blake is coming home." And without blinking an eye, without even a second thought, David, you said, "He's already home." You're right. He's been home for a long time. He's been present in our hearts as a family member, as a friend, as someone we went to school with. Maybe he was our nephew or our grandson. Maybe somehow we met him at one of those many parties that he enjoyed to go to. But there was no doubt you can say about Blake, he was already home because he was here. He was in our hearts. And I want to use that kind of as a starting point. And I want to thank you, Kim and David, for allowing me to pick the gospel, because I asked if I could. And I chose the Beatitudes for a particular reason. I chose them because I wanted us to be clear about how blessed this time is. You may think that I'm crazy. You may think that I don't get it. But the reason that I chose the Beatitudes is because whenever the word blessed was used in the Old Testament, it was specifically related to holiness. And more particularly, anything that was holy was of God. Blessed is the one who mourns. How is that possible to be of God? Blessed is the sorrowful. How is that possible that that could be holy? Blessed are the ones that are persecuted. How does that make any sense? Blessed are those who fight and hunger for righteousness. How could that be of God? And I decided to take the Beatitudes and change them just a little bit. And I began by saying, blessed is the Son who on September 4th, 1989, came into your life. Because that's another way that God came into your life. Blessed the Son who gave you a little gray hair. Stress highlights, yes. How come Kim, you have no gray. Blessed is the son who loved Walt Disney World. Blessed is the son who you couldn't keep down and out for any reason. Blessed is the son who cuddled next to you. Blessed is the son who you gave birth and life to, because in your son we see God. And blessed is your brother. Blessed is the brother that you never fought with. Blessed is the brother who you'd watch a television program with and laugh unendingly when it made no humor for anyone else. Blessed is the brother that no matter what happens from this day on, he will always be a brother, and in that brotherhood, God is with you. Blessed is the grandson. Is Grandma? Blessed is the grandson. The love that a grandson has for a grandmother or grandparent far exceeds anything that we could possibly imagine. And your presence here today is the presence of God in so many different ways. Blessed is the nephew. Blessed is the cousin. Blessed is the relative who always made the family parties just a little bit more like a bolt of lightning. Blessed is the one who always wanted to be there when the family was gathering. Blessed is the one who somehow understood that family was more important than almost anything else. And despite difficulties in life, despite the fact that the energy sometimes overflowed to excess, blessed is the one who, as a family member, loved each and every one of you in a very special way. Blessed is Blake, my relative, because there you see God. Blessed is my friend. Blessed is the one I went to school with. Blessed is the one who only lasted a semester at Bonaventure and learned all the traits of the Franciscans in 1 month and knew how to party very, very well. Blessed is the one who gave his time for a friend in need. Blessed is the one who would text when that perfect text was needed. Blessed is the friend who was always there for the guy or the girl who needed someone to listen to them. Blessed is the one who, when he walked into a room with 100 people, who walked out a friend of 100 people. Because he had that energy? No, because somehow, some way, he found a home in our hearts. God planted him there. And so if God was a part of all of this, then somehow we can consider ourselves blessed by God, because we have been a part of God in Blake. Now, blessed is the soldier who in the last year and a half showed us a whole nother side of the presence of God. Commitment, hard work, a willingness to be for others, an inability to realize that there was something more important than he himself, but that somehow his country, his nations, his comrades in arms were depending upon him, that when he even came home on September for his birthday, the only thing that he could think about doing was going back to support his brothers in the military, because without him they had to work harder and they were more in danger by his absence. Blessed is the man who discovers himself no matter what point in life and realizes that God is present not for self but for others. Blessed is our brother Blake, because we see God in that type of relationship, in that type of commitment. I'd like to add one more, if you don't mind. I want a show of hands for this. How many of you would consider Blake a saint? You can laugh, it's funny. Ask yourself why. Of course your parents are going to do it. Hello. You didn't raise your hand. Kim did not raise her hand for the record.